Alrighty. I perused the interwebs and the site or the channel, Riker-ish, had this poll on Star Trek polls, best war criminal.
Who is the best war criminal in Star Trek?
And we have
we have four to choose from. What are they?
The female founder, which actually it's the Dominion, but the founders. The Borg Queen. You take the last.
Dowd, as played by Kevin Uxbridge, or the Cisco.
Now, do we remember Kevin? He was TNG.
Yeah.
And the One Colony, which it seemed like a kind of a weird, like, the Husnock.
Yeah.
He kills the entire race of the Husnock. He's not a war criminal. He just blinked them out of existence. So was he a Q? Because he fell in love with a white woman? White women are dangerous.
Yeah, and under the circumstances, would you consider that a war crime?
I don't know.
Were they at war?
Well, they were.
The Dominion was at war.
Yeah, but hold on.
The Borg was at war.
Well, not really.
There was a Borg war, there was a Dominion war. No.
Not the Borg, but we're going to talk about, because I'm going to fight you, and the Borg were not at war.
Yeah.
But I don't think this was a war crime. He just snapped.
Right.
And
which may be in violation of some
ethical code, whatever.
Yeah, whatever.
So the Husnock were destroying the colony, but the colony didn't have any weapons to speak of, and how would it be a war crime? So I really don't understand that.
That one's kind of reaching, yeah.
Yeah, because I think there's far better people that you could have a war crime against.
I mean, come on.
Section 31?
Consent.
Yeah.
Hello?
So
the eugenics wars.
Oh, but that was just one planet. All right, so.
Or even, come on, man. Kirk and Spock stealing the cloaking device.
That's
not a war crime.
I just watched that episode recently. I love it. The Enterprise incident.
Yes.
Oh my god. And then the book. Have you ever read the book, Stealing Time? Where the Romulan commander, she goes back in time and fucks with shit. And suddenly it's the plot for J.J. Abrams' Star Trek reboot film.
Oh, geez.
Where Captain Kirk is a lieutenant on some ice planet. I shit you not. And Spock's the captain or the commander of the Enterprise. And Scotty's out somewhere. It's just like the J.J. Abrams film. I'm like, oh my god.
Wow.
So anyway.
Which is just reinforces how unimaginative that motherfucker was.
Yeah, that's just a whole other ball of wax. But anyway. So I can't even.
I did read The Price of the Phoenix, which was a sequel to that Enterprise incident episode where they had the modified Kirk as a Romulan in the Romulan Empire and culture. And he wasn't just Kirk with like prosthetics and plastic surgery. He was like a clone of Kirk or some shit that they permanently modified and even, did some bone marrow grafts to make his blood darker and appear green at a glance. And he...
But you can't... Wait, that doesn't make sense. Because Klingons... Romulans and Vulcans are cousins. So they have copper blood.
Yeah, it's copper-based. It's not iron-based.
Yes. So how can you...
The marrow transplants kind of mixed the copper in with the iron and darkened his blood color.
But that's when we get to that book
that
review,
might be a stretch, but
that is a stretch.
And I don't know if that's exactly what it was, but they did do some kind of surgical procedure to help him look more Romulan. And
so getting back to it,
if he got cut at a glance, at least his blood wasn't bright red.
So the Dowd, that's not a war crime at all.
Right, and it's got the lowest number of votes on the poll.
Yes. Anyway, so then the Cisco.
Cisco.
What is he doing there? He's the emissary to the prophets. He's basically a prophet. He's a god.
And what war crimes did he really commit?
Was this the stuff with the Maquis?
Maybe. Or during the Dominion War, did he do anything questionable or
he just got the Romulans
criminal
into the war
in that way?
Criminal. These are subjective terms.
But criminal by definition means you have violated a given statute or policy or something that's established that you can you say it's in violation of this.
So then no, because he technically just talked to a Romulan senator.
Right.
Garak was the one that killed him.
Like wantonly massacring civilians that that
I mean, it's not like Mirror Mirror Kirk was the fucking destruction of the Vega colony, 10,000 fucking killed, or 50,000, whatever it was.
But see, that was
the computer talking. The Vega colony, the mirror universe.
Right. But that was different, though, too, because there was different rules and values and everything. So that would not have been a crime necessarily, because
just following orders.
No, it was actually legal
to whatever the Vega colony did. Oh, that's right. They were trying to go for independence, huh?
Something like that.
Yeah. All right. So basically, those two that don't make no sense. I'm sorry, guys. Right. I'm not trying to throw shade.
So it's down between the founder leader.
The founders,
female founder. Please, really?
Yeah, it's a drop.
Yeah, we knew she was a female. The founder leader.
The ocean becomes a drop, and the drop becomes an ocean.
Yeah.
What the fuck? So the founders. Just say the founders.
Or
we get what you're saying,
right? Or the Borg Queen. Those are the two that we're really picking from.
Yeah, and hold on.
You have your opinion. Go ahead.
It's the founders all the way.
Yeah.
Because anybody they didn't like, they destroyed or poisoned or subjugated.
Yeah.
And what you can control won't hurt you.
And in most cases, those were direct violations of the Articles of War.
Yes.
Which would, by definition, make them war crimes. Yes?
Correct. Absolutely. But you think the Borg Queen more so. I think it's because it's a program.
I didn't say more so. I just said it came down between the two.
Well, no. In the before time, you talked about it. Yeah.
Let's hash it out.
The Borg are a program.
Yes, but the Borg Queen, though, is more, individual oriented and in charge, and everything's done on her.
Say so,
yeah. And but what the Borg are doing is what they are called to do, is to assimilate other cultures and species.
Yes.
And where's that a crime necessarily?
By human moral standards.
I think that maybe them going back in time to prevent Zefram Cochrane from developing the warp drive in the first place. That's a
problem too, because why don't they just go back in time in their own century?
Because that would be in violation of temporal laws and things like that.
Or do you think that the what was it called, the time ship from Voyager, what was it called?
Oh
yeah. Do you think that they've always been there? Ooh, that's a thing. What if the time ship and the Federation of that time period has always been there from the beginning of fucking time?
Hey, they could be if they can travel like that.
Yeah.
If you can be anywhere.
Relativity, that was the ship's name.
If you could be anywhen,
then
there's no reason you couldn't be present at all times, anytime.
Infinite velocity.
Anywhere and anywhen. If you really are capable of doing that, I mean, I'm not talking like on an individual level.
No.
But
telephone box. But.
Right.
No, I love Doctor Who.
Because that is the fourth dimension, is time, right? You got the three dimensions. You got
long ways,
X, Y, Z.
Yeah.
On the
graph.
Height,
weight,
and
depth.
Width and depth.
Yeah.
But you also have the point in time.
Yes.
That was in that spot, in that space.
Yeah.
So that coordinate, that XYZ coordinate, may or may not be relevant depending on the time.
Yes. I always love fucking with people. I go, well, at this point in the space-time continuum, what the fuck? I'm like, really?
The space and time.
Yeah.
Yes. So
I go traveling on the Z-axis. Like, what?
Really, if you really have conquered or mastered or whatever the
controlled time,
if you have control over the time, you could be anywhere, anywhen, at any given time. Then you should be everywhere, always. Yes.
Right.
You think?
Yeah.
Oh, but how
can you get a story out of that?
How are you going to get a story out of that, right?
Bullshit. You can still get a story out of that. You just got to think about it.
You could get hella stories out of it because you're anywhere, anywhen, and this is what happened at this given point in time.
Yeah.
And
on an aside, hold on. Why isn't Doctor Who running into himself all the time? That would be cool.
Wouldn't it?
Yeah.
At least from time to time.
Yeah. Not every Like the first 3 doctors, and then the 5 doctors, 6 doctors. But yeah, anyway, go on. Back to Star Trek. Yeah.
So, that's a good point, though. If they have like this temporal agency that oversees kind of like the Star Trek version of the TVA, right?
Yeah.
They could be anywhere, anywhen. So they should be everywhere.
All the time.
All the time.
And we were talking about the Borg. So yeah, I can't. I mean,
the TVA actually makes more sense because
yes.
A Nexus event will branch the timeline, and they're monitoring it, and they see it happen, and then they go investigate to see what happened, what was the Nexus event.
So, I mean, there was in the book, oh God, it was the 8th season of Deep Space Nine, but it was in a book, and I have the whole big book, and it was the collected edition, and Prophecy and Change, I think it was called. If I didn't get it right, tell me in the comments. I'll remember it. I have the book on my bookshelf. And Bashir was talking to Sloan, or somebody from Section 31. Yeah. No, the new person from Section 31, because he killed Sloan, finally, I guess, apparently. And they were talking about the Borg, and Bashir's logic is that the Borg are very emotional, that they can't stand humans because they can't assimilate the humans.
Mm-hmm.
And they're probably just mad about it.
Yeah.
I go, I could see that, yeah. So they're kind of emotional.
Because they're not used to not getting their way that way. Whatever.
Yeah, they're like a 3-year-old child.
Yeah, and because, resistance is futile. And they're resisting us.
What's wrong with them?
Right. And a lot of that could come from, all the way at the top, the Borg Queen.
She could be mental.
And that mental state that she's
constantly in
carries through the whole Borg collective because of the hive mind.
Yeah.
Yeah, why not?
So they're just batshit crazy.
Yes.
Wow, a jilted X.
And they're mindless drones.
Oh, aren't they all? But
all their whole reason for existence is to assimilate other cultures and species into the collective. Resistance is futile. You will be assimilated. And they don't know why, and they have no moral, stance one way or the other about it. It's just what they do.
But they don't like the Kazon. They are inferior. Ooh. So they're racists, too.
Yeah.
They are. So not everybody can be a part of the club. Well, fuck you, Borg.
Well, what would they think of the Packlids?
Oh, right?
Right? Yeah, could you imagine a Packlid Borg?
Fuck. Bubba Gump gonna tell me what?
I think the Kazon are inferior, which they were.
Yeah.
Oh my God, they were one of the worst things ever anybody came up with, and it seemed like they couldn't get away from them.
Right, that was another problem. Anyway, so it's the Founders are the biggest war criminals.
Yeah.
In our humble opinion,
out of this list,
off this list, I think there should be other people. I think it should be Section 31. Because they're the Tal Shiar, the Obsidian Order, Gary Seven's people,
even Gowron, was deposed because of shit that he was pulling.
Yeah,
where are those guys?
Yeah,
and like what's his name? From the Shakespeare one where he was the actor with the troop on the Enterprise, and he was the former guy that had massacred all the people. What the fuck?
Oh, Reject from Wolf in the Fold?
No, that was Jack the Ripper.
Yeah, okay. Well,
no. What's his name? The King Lear one, where there was the theater company on the Enterprise, and they were, God damn it, it's on the tip of my tongue.
Oh yeah, him.
Yeah,
that guy. Oh shit, I didn't.
And
like
Kirk
that.
recognized him.
Yeah,
and knew who he was. Kodos.
Yes,
Kodos the Executioner.
Yeah, it's either
that's a war criminal, and he was even incognito and play acting with a theater company.
Right?
Yeah. So many, I think, better candidates than the ones on this list.
Yes.
For sure. I don't know who came up with this list or why, but
don't pick on them.
No.
Channel,
I'm not picking. I'm just saying,
You're just articulating an argument or a conversation about better possible candidates for this particular question.
For a poll like this.
Yes.
Yeah. Because, we pretty much went through a process of elimination, didn't we?
Yeah.
3 of them really didn't even qualify.
Yeah.
Founder leader did.
Founders. Yeah, the founders are real assholes.
Oh, they were, man.
I mean, real just fucking sticks in the goddamn mud.
Yeah. And Odo was just not real happy when he finally reunited with him and he found out what they really were, because he wasn't.
Well, since Odo was such a Democrat, you're all Republicans.
But he had no point of reference like that, though.
Yeah.
All he knew was what he knew from his interactions with Solids.
Yeah.
When he joined the Great Lake, he was like, "Oh my fucking God, really?
Right?
That's what we are?"
Ooh.
Ooh, no, and he was not on board.
Yeah.
Because they were assholes, and Odo was an asshole.
Yeah.
So if you're an asshole to Odo,
but he was a lovable asshole.
Well, he was, but he was, he was.
Yeah, and if Odo don't like it, well, then there's something wrong with you. Except for Quark. Quark's, he's a guy. He's just out there trying to make his way in the universe.
Hey, just like anybody else,
right?
Man.
Fucking A.
Don't rain on Quark's parade.
Absolutely. Come to Quark's is fun. Don't walk, run. Anyway. Oh my God, I'm terrible.
That's what we surmise.
Yeah.
So, what do you think? And can you come up with any other criminal types that you would add to a list of potential worst war criminal in all Star Trek?
I just thought of one. That stole the sword of Kahless. What were they called?
Oh, the Duras.
No.
They were too.
Well, yeah, but
oh no.
The species.
Yes.
Tell us in the comments. But they could be war criminals.
Yeah.
Fuck, they were in the fucking Gamma Quadrant. They came to fucking Kronos?
Yeah.
Jesus Christ, that's a trip.
To steal the sword of Kahless.
Yeah. And we're fighting Klingons all the way back then.
Which is legitimately an act of war.
Right?
I mean, Klingons go to war for a lot less than that.
Right?
Right.
Anyway, tell us what you think. Tell us the name of the people I'm trying to remember from the episode The Sword of Kahless. Which is a bad title, but And with that, we're getting to 100 subscribers. And if you could pop a subscription, that would be great.
Way, man. Please help us reach the 100 subscriber plateau, and we'll celebrate when we do.
Yeah, we'll see you on the next one. Like, share, subscribe.